Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm trying to do some different lighting for y'all, being that this is not where I normally set up at, so I'm trying to find a light that's like decent. I really don't think any of these are that great. But I hope everyone's doing well. So if y'all haven't had a chance to check out the Purnima Dreams channel, please do. I've uploaded so far, I think it's like 9 out of the 12 elements. So those are there. If y'all are ready to kind of view those and look at them, it's going to have out the fire, earth, and water. So I'm going to be working on air next. And then that will be out this week. And then again, whoever has the most views out of those videos on the Purnima Dreams Psychic Secrets channel, that will kind of that element will get a bonus video for the month, the last week of the month, going into the next month. So today we have it set up to where obviously members can come in and they can do their members only reads, or we have it to where you can ask any kind of question you want in general, or you could do a spread that I had kind of pre-picked out that's there. Hey Dee, how are you? It's nice to see you. It's kind of working on the lighting here. I'm not that tech savvy, as you can see. I'm not back in my home yet, so I don't have this set up the way that I really would like. I don't know if it's better, if it's bright. I feel like if it's bright, it's more pixely. Yes, I missed you too. It was nice to see you in Above and Beyond Ancestors reading the other day. I wanted to chat with you more, but I know you're so busy whenever you're in there, modding and all that kind of stuff like that. So, but how, I hope everything's been good for you. And then again, if you would like to do a reading, we can always do a reading for you too, Dee. So again, today, this live right now that we're having is mainly for readings. So we're gonna do like membership readings. You can do a donation and you can do whatever question you'd like, or you can do a spread that I have on the front, which we have the life purpose spread today. So that is the one that's on the front if y'all are interested in those. So you can just let me know in the comment section, and then we'll kind of set it up for you. Again, there's not, I just kind of put this link up about an hour or two ago, not even an hour ago. So we'll give it a little time for people to come in. But what's going on in your world, Dee? Is there anything interesting as far as crime cases or anything like that that's been interesting to you lately? The donation is just $444. For today on Wednesdays, I'm gonna keep it as 444, so it's $4.44. I do have the PayPal or the Cash App and the Venmo, but again, like it's pretty much whatever you want to do. Like I said, you can again do the spread or just a question, So, and then Chief just arrived. And it can be like whatever question you want, and then I have a couple different tarots with me. So if you want to go ahead and ask your question, Dee, I'll start to kind of like lay out the cards for you and stuff, and then we can kind of the Cash App. Okay. So let me see. Actually, I'm going to double check it just because I want to make sure off the top of my head. And then when Chief gets a second, he'll go ahead and drop all the links for those things for y'all. So I was trying to kind of set up the best I could. So let me see. I know I should know this, but I barely ever use it. So make sure it's forward. Okay, so that's the Cash App link. So if anyone wants to donate through Cash App to do your donations or your readings, your questions spread, whichever you like, just let me there. That's going to be the link to my Cash App, which will be MSW7777. Yeah, I know I said too many sevens. So I don't know if I did the lighting right. I don't feel like it looks any different. So,
no, it's good.
Will you get a chance to drop the link for the Pranima Dreams channel, my Cash App and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just do like a kind of basic general for what you need to know for past, present, future. And then we'll spread off of that. We'll build off of that, Des. So I'm gonna go ahead and start shuffling. I'm probably gonna use the basic Rider-Waite because the only other one I have is the Edgar Allan Poe, and I don't really want to use that one for your general. But I do have, some Healing Oracle. I'm gonna shuffle on the bed too as well. I have the Healing Oracle, the Chakra Oracle, and the Relationship Oracle. So we'll look at those. And again, we'll kind of do like a 9-card layout of whatever it is that you need to know, because that will kind of help make it more detailed. And then at the end, if you have any yes or no's that you want to know, just let me know and we'll use the pendulum. So I'm going to ask for Des's spirit guides to come in with my spirit guides to give a better answer for her as to the information that she needs to know for the next 4 weeks, involving the past, present, future, any lessons, and then anything else that might be important that she can. Holy Spirit. Okay, so let's see. And then that link that Chief is dropping, Pranima Dreams, that is going to be my other channel, which is going to be all reading. So it's going to be basically for all the elemental signs. So that's all that's going to be on that channel. How this one's kind of more for crime and membership readings. That one will also be for membership readings, but it'll be more geared towards just, your regular monthly sign general reading. So let's go ahead and get the recent past though for Des. See what she needs to know. I'm going to pull out the first 3 and then we're going to let you know what they mean and then we'll build off of those. So what is the present energy for Des? Okay. And what is the future energy for Des? All right. So right now on the bottom, you have the moon. So the moon is going to kind of carry most of the heavy weight of this situation at this time. So the moon is still feeling a bit of fear, a bit of confusion, feeling deceived by someone else, maybe 1 to 2 people, because right here you do have the 2 wolves howling, and so it's kind of that balancing out yin and yang energy, good and bad. It can cause some anxiety. A lot of misunderstandings can happen because of it, but it's something that's heavy on the present energy of something surrounding I'm not seeing too much of a home life, but a certain situation that could connect to your personal life. So it is a cycle too. So it could be something that kind of happens more at night, or has happened more at night, this situation, or you stay up a lot at night thinking about it. But it does somehow involve some kind of like something hidden, something that's not always seen, or something that's more thought about and discussed in the dark. So that's kind of the like overall laying energy. So right now in the recent past too, you do have the 5 of Wands. So this was competition of some sort. It could have been arguments, disputes, conflicts, things like that, disagreements with other people. Could be 5 people, but it doesn't feel like it could be 5. It feels like more between the number of 3 to 4 could have been the total number involved. So you're looking more at that in the recent past. So it's fire energy, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So it's more of like that passionate kind of that passionate fiery energy. And what it kind of does, it can be a bit aggressive when it's in that form, in the 5 of Wands. And then plus it's just something that can be a bit of a conflict physically and mentally. So in the present energy, you have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands comes out. It is Leo's Aries Sag energy, but it is also just coming out because it's showing that you're a very extrovert type of person, that you like to be very sociable. You like to be happy and have everyone around you happy, and have you're very organized. You're very passionate about the things that you do. You're very family oriented as well. And you have like a very warm, loving, kind of warm, loving, like polarizing energy to you. It pulls people to you. So it's like you're using that energy right now to kind of maybe bring back some balance and kind of bring something new, kind of have this new start to whatever this was in the past that felt like it was a bit of an issue. something that made you feel down, and now you're kind of starting to feel good about yourself again, which you should, you know. Hello, blue-eyed female. And in the near future, you do have the Two of Pentacles. So it's kind of releasing some burdens and imbalance that have been happening. It's starting to spread the truth about some things that were overwhelming you, but it's also finding some balance in the earthly realm in the sense of being able to choose between one thing and another, and being able to move forward towards that, whichever you choose, in a positive, you know, uplifting way. And even if you do choose to kind of try to work with both of these energies in the near future, you can balance those out because you do have, you know, the knowledge and the skill to do so. So again, you're very family oriented, and you're very logical in the way that you handle and do things. So do you have any questions so far about that, Des, before we kind of clarify that a little bit for you? So why is the Five of Wands here? Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do the question for your back in just 1 second. We can do a few cards, and then we'll do like the pendulum with it. So just to finish off the recent past where you had that kind of energy again, where you felt like you were competing, maybe having disputes with others, feeling like you needed to kind of defend yourself against this energy. It's attached to a female of some sort. So this can be air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but in reverse, she can be very critical. She can be bitter, grudges, manipulate. She can be very manipulative and like cruel and cold. So you were dealing with that individual. So by that person being in the past, you have showed that that did not affect you, who you are, and how you handle things, that you are very confident in yourself. You have every reason to be, and that you have a lot to offer to others. So it's showing that you are trying to, at this time, bring some type of balance in, learning how to share with another individual, and maybe two more individuals, learning to share and trying to support one another, but also making sure that you're not taken advantage of in this situation. So in the near future, again, when you make this choice, you know, to go ahead and move forward, it will kind of, and I feel like move forward and being comfortable with whatever choices that are being laid before you with the Six of Pentacles, it's going to lead to like overall emotional abundance. So again, in the recent past, it looks like you probably had a disagreement with somebody about something, maybe walked away from a certain friendship or connection, and then it's kind of just moving forward in a positive way for you in the future. So you're moving out of that energy. And then let's see, as far as your back, where in your back is it bothering you the most? Is it like around the shoulder blade or like bra strap area? Or like a little bit lower? And good morning, Ladybug. How are you? Go back both sides. Okay. Have you never had this back pain before? Because I feel like you might have had pain in the same area before. And has it been like happening for at least like 6 days or more, or like 6 weeks? It's okay. It's worse than the normal pain. But do you normally have pain like on those sides, or is that brand new to you? Like the pain in that area, or is it always just sore the whole back? Okay. Have you ever had your disc checked in your back at all, D? Like I know like you've had like a car wreck and things like that, but like do you have any blown disc in the back, in the lower back? I mean, I would say go to a doctor and see if they can scan your lower back at the least. So you do have all those blown. Okay. The sciatica will usually it does affect your lower back, but most like I know mine gets really bad, like more like really around the butt, area, like the butt cheek area down the legs. So I don't think it's something you have to seriously like that can't be fixed, or that it just might be something that's something has shifted, as we, all get older, our body and joints and shift shift and loosen, and especially with some of the weather. And I know you're in a very cold spot. Um, I was about to say, I don't know if you've had your kidneys checked, but I would check your kidneys if you haven't had those checked. So that's the only other thing, because I don't feel like it's anything new in addition to the back, like that like could cause long-term problems. I feel like it's something that can be fixed, like simple, like with medicine. I don't feel like it would be something chronic. Um, so I would get your kidneys checked, being that it's kind of like your lower back. Because usually, if it's kind of like between your rib cage and the top of your hips, it was going to be more towards your kidneys. So, and thank you for that, Chief. But yeah, I would get your kidneys checked. So, because I don't feel like there's anything new or anything's changed with the back itself as far as nerves. Or do you drink a lot of water? Because I feel like I don't know if you do or not, but I just like hear hydration. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's probably your back. I mean, yeah, and see, tea, like, are you drinking like caffeinated teas? Because I know like most people, like green tea has a lot of caffeine in it, and that will make you really dehydrated, and then that will also cause a lot of back pain. Even just being dehydrated will cause a lot of back pain. Because I have the blown disc in my lower back too, like my L5, L6, and then something else. If I get dehydrated, it makes it way worse. The lemon tea, I'm not familiar. I would imagine though it might yeah, I would maybe like water it down or something like that. If you are, if you don't want to completely like, stop drinking the tea because it's, it's what you like, I would just cut it in half for right now. Um, and then maybe do the I think they're Azos pills, the cranberry pills, until you can get to the doctor and have them look at the kidneys. But I think it's going to be something more or less that. So yeah, the weather ladybug has been messing up mine really bad. So it takes me a few hours to get comfortable, like to get comfortable enough to get up and start to move around. Otherwise, it takes me like I probably get up about 4 or 5 a.m. and I lay there for a couple hours because I'm so sore from my back and stuff. Okay, so yeah, so just do that with cut your tea in half, and then maybe drink like a bottle of water in between your teas, and then see what happens. Because I feel like it's more hydration is an issue. I've even noticed when I'm dehydrated, I'll even get like feel like my pores are almost like open and like really really sensitive, like stuff that I just didn't even think would make you feel that way from being dehydrated. Yeah. Yeah, it's been cold. I said, and then with all, especially like you said, and like, we have screws and major surgeries and all that stuff. If you've had all that done, especially on your feet, your hands, your back, anything like that, like you're probably, I know down here we had our freeze just recently, and I couldn't move for those couple of days. Luckily, I was off, but because I spent most of the time laying with like a pillow on my side with the pillow between my legs for my lower back. You know what I didn't even, and I thought about that ladybug. Obviously, being dehydrated can mess up a lot of stuff, but I guess some of the things that it does cause, it just never even, I would have never thought. Like there was plenty of times where I felt bad or didn't feel right, and then I kind of explained it to my doctor one time when it just kind of kept happening randomly, and she's like, "It really sounds like you're dehydrated." And I was like, "That's so odd. That didn't even cross my mind." And then I drank a whole bunch of water and it all stopped. It was like 5 or 6 different things. Like I thought I was dying and I was just dehydrated. But I always think I'm dying. So if you know me, probably like, "Oh, here comes Megan. What's she dying from today?" Yeah. Chief has to drink a lot of water because he has a lot of calcium. So they say that can help with that. And Chief donated $2. So if anybody wants to ask a question, you are more than welcome to ask a question if someone who hasn't. I know that we have Ladybug in here. Chief, you can't ask the question because you can ask questions whenever you like. Dee asked her question. Of course, you have another question, Dee. You feel free to ask it. But I hope that the reading itself gave you some clarity. Let me see. I don't think I missed anybody. Oh, the blue-eyed female. Hello again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, you are an Aries. I don't know why I thought you were water for some reason. Good. Will your finances straighten up soon or straighten out soon? Okay. So let's see if Ladybug's finances will straighten out soon. So we're gonna ask for her spirit guides to come up with my spirit. What's your real name, Ladybug, if you don't mind? I don't have to have it, but the more I get to know y'all and the more I read for y'all, it's just nice to know your name sometime. Rhonda. Nice to meet you, Rhonda. Well, nice to meet you by your first name, Rhonda. So let's see what Rhonda needs to know about her finances, how they were improved for her, or spirit guides, ancestors, archangels. Please give her any information in relation to her spirit guides and her finances. If you want to take a couple deep breaths, Rhonda, and focus on your question for me, that would be great. While I focus on it real quick, and then take 3 deep breaths, and we'll go ahead and get started. So, I know I forgot to tell you to do that, Dee. I'm sorry. All right. So, what does Rhonda need to know about her finances? So we do past, present, future, like I kind of always do, just because it kind of, those things can kind of affect how the future goes. Obviously, the past affects the present, which can affect the future. So let's see the present energy, what you need to know. Future energy about finances. What does Rhonda need to know? Lay out just a few more. Why is the 5 of... I'm going to take those just because they came out together good. So why is the 4 of Cups here in reverse for Rhonda? Rhonda, do you happen to be a water sign? Or you don't have to be, just curious. Oh, you're a Libra? Okay. Libra reading will be out, if not the end of today, then tomorrow. Thank you, Chief. So, for Rhonda, so what I have for you currently, hold on, let me do this really quick. All right, so what I have for you currently in the present energy, again, you kind of do have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So the 5 of Swords in reverse is feeling like you need to go. I feel like this is losses that you're feeling. Like maybe like you're looking back at getting into the financial situation that you probably are currently in and feeling a little bit slighted by it. Maybe feeling like certain people kind of took advantage of needing money, or maybe kind of strong armed you into it sometimes, or just feeling like maybe you let them take, like, not like being a pushover, but more or less you wanted to help and do the right thing, and it ended up being something to where you feel like it kind of became something that put you into a certain situation that was no more beneficial for you financial wise. It feels like this could have been more from family and friend connected, but a little bit more family connected. So in the recent past, though, leading up to it, I feel like you felt like you would have to sometimes maybe lend this money or help with certain things, because this person would kind of present that that they weren't able to take care of themselves, and it would lead to a lot of issues, wounded egos between this person and another person, or they could even be between you and this person. They could say very hurtful things that to try to cause tension between the two of you until they got what they wanted. And then when they got what they wanted, they kind of took off with it, and they kind of didn't look back. They kind of, even if they said, hey, I'm just going to borrow these swords real quick, I'll bring them right back, you didn't see that money again, obviously, and you're probably not ever going to. So I feel like this is a relationship you can kind of keep moving on from, in the sense of it's not going to benefit in that way. And I think you kind of learned maybe not to lend money out to this individual, or maybe listen to their stories, because even like swords are going to be like communication in the sense of text messages, emails, manipulation when you need to, and those sorts of things. And thank you, Blue Eyed Female. I greatly appreciate it. So, and then if you have any questions, just let me know. You can write your question in the comment section, Blue Eyed Female, and I will get to yours next. So right now in the current energy, you do have the Hangman in reverse. So you're kind of releasing yourself from this energy with this person, or just in general from feeling like you have to be the one to help and say, save someone, because it's time for you to kind of like relax and kind of put the energy into yourself. So, there's that fear of sacrifice in the sense of like, what's going to happen if I don't help this person anymore? But it's not your place to worry spiritually or mentally anymore. It's time for you to focus on your spirituality and what you need long term. So that's balance. What you need is balance. And so that's something that you're learning: moderation, how to say yes and how to say no, when to say yes and when to say no, having patience possibly with a certain individual. It feels like a certain individual feels like he's male, feels like he feels entitled a lot. So, again, showing you to be cautious, and align the energy right, but, take your time with this person. Don't take every single pinnacle that they offer to you as, like 100% like fact. And then also let them build their own energy. So let them harvest and plant and build up their pinnacles and their money and their lifestyle. It feels like they tell you that, if you give me this, then I'm going to put it towards this and everything's going to be better. It never ends up happening that way. You end up rather taking care of this for them, or it just dies because they don't take care of it at all. And you're kind of getting into that area where it throws you off of balance again. So it's saying that could be something that comes up again soon. I feel like it's somebody to ignore, or an energy to ignore. And the main reason is because you are aware now that they use emotions with the cups to kind of play off of it. So this could be a child energy. It could be someone who just uses the emotional manipulation, mental manipulation, but there's usually a motivation behind it. So just kind of stay in that nurturing, motherly, firm energy that you need to be, and but don't let it pull at your heartstrings to the point you overextend yourself. So that'll help you move forward out of this situation with this individual, and they'll move on. So they'll have to move on and focus and get a job or move a new direction, or again focus their energy in another direction. So that's kind of the general that I have for you right now, Ladybug. And hello, Amanda, how are you? No, there's not a waiting list. You can drop. We're just doing like donations, or if you're a member, you can. They are able to ask a question, and then I go ahead and answer it. If you're a part of the membership for Southern Soul Tarot, if you're not, then we just do donation readings. So, donation for today is just 444, and then there's Cash App link in there, or I have PayPal, and then Venmo. So if you're interested in any of those, just drop it in the comment section, and one of the chief will let you know what the link is for Venmo and PayPal. So, oh, okay, the Taurus you spoke of before. You need PayPal. Okay. 1 second. I just have the @ tag for the PayPal. I don't have that one. Okay, so that could be why there was a lot of water in it. Yeah, because there was a lot of water in the profile. So I did notice that. And then obviously you did have a lot of air too. And you said you did have you're a Libra. So you did have that air as far as moving forward, learning those lessons, things like that. Oh, I think you use Super Chat. I don't know if they let you do PayPal through there. Super Chat comes through Google. So that's how that works. So just if y'all have never used over here, there's a dollar sign next to the chat box. So whenever you pay there and it lights up on the screen, it's through Google. So that's how that works on Super Chat. Oh no, you're good. Blue eyed female, however you want to do it. Some people don't like using the Super Chat because Google, it's like the percentage they use off of it versus like the channel getting it. To me, I really don't. It's whatever y'all feel comfortable using. Some people don't feel comfortable using PayPal or Venmo or things like that. So they prefer to use Super Chat. So it's really whatever y'all prefer. Let me see it. Pretty sure it did. Yes, it came through, Amanda. And so just let me know. I don't know if you asked your question yet, and thank you for that donation. I greatly appreciate it. But just let me know whatever question you have, Amanda, and we will look into it for you. You can hear the alarms for the plants going off. You hear it? Yeah. We live by plants, and so every now and then they run the siren. So it's like, for like emergencies. So every now and then you hear the sirens going off at the plants. Okay. So let's go ahead and yes, I'm in Texas. So let's go ahead and ask Amanda, spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, please come in. Give her some guidance. She's going through some major energetic changes. I'd like to know if she's on the right path. All right, so we're going to lay down a basic past, present, future 3 card. I'm going to explain those, and then we'll go more into detail with the rest of the cards after that. So if you have any questions in between or while I'm laying the cards out or anything that I explain, just go ahead and write it in chat, and I'll get to it whenever I see it. Okay, so what is it? Okay, so you have the 911 future. So it's a spiritual awakening of some sort. Do you have you don't have to be an earth sign. You do have the Queen of Pentacles coming out right away, which is kind of grounding, but it is also connected to the spiritual side coming out. So what you have coming out for your past, present, future as to the path you're on and where you're going with it is going to be the Knight of Wands. So this is literal movement, and this is showing how it's fast too. So it's coming in fast, it's coming in strong. It's something that's going to have a lot of creativity to it. There's a lot of willpower, passion, and kind of like you said, energy built up behind it. So you might have seen something that has inspired you in the recent past to kind of like move towards a spiritual sort of, not a spiritual awakening is what it's leading you towards, but to kind of start dabbling into it and seeing how, what areas fit for you best and what areas don't, because there's so many different areas. I mean, there's chakras, there's tarot, there's pendulums, there's all kinds of different areas for you to practice in. So it's showing that there is some energy, and that's again connected to the willpower, work, movement, all of those things. That's fire energy. So Leo, Aries, Sag energy. You're a Scorpio. Okay. So currently, though, you do have the Queen of Pentacles in your energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is finally in a place where they're wanting to kind of not only have some comfort, but they like a little bit of luxury. They like to have, a dependable lifestyle. They like to know that they can pay their bills, have a little money left over, and then know that they can plan for the future for not only themselves, but their family and their kids, that type of thing. But it's a nurturing, grounding energy. So that's going to be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But it, again, is connecting to the earthly realm, how to more enjoy that earthly realm, and kind of a lot of times it brings in a lot of meditation and things like that too, which sends you into the Hangman in reverse. So this again is kind of releasing some of this energy that you've been feeling that's kind of pent up, and where to go and what direction. So again, it's feeling a little bit stuck, but starting to move forward in the sense of making sacrifices. This might mean disconnecting from certain friends, maybe not feeling like you fit in with a certain group anymore, or a job isn't really feeling like it's for you anymore, or you just wanting to explore new and learn new areas as you go along. So basically it's kind of pushing you towards a spirit, more of a spiritual awakening. Do you read for people, or is that something you've ever done? You're in the 8. Okay. Yes. Now, this would bring in attention from men, and the reason why is because this usually is going to run now age wise. This is usually when you're getting like your pages are going to be 20s to 30s, nights are going to be like 30s to 40s. When you're getting more into that Queen of Pentacles, it's more of that more mental maturity, 40s, 50s, that kind of area. It doesn't mean you have to be that age, but what I'm saying is that's usually when you're looking for a relationship, and when you're getting attention from men who are wanting to settle down, start a life with you, see you as a potential wife, as a mother to their children. Yes, that would be a card that would come out for that. So if it's something you're not ready for completely, that could be why you're a little bit still hesitant, and you're wanting to release and kind of go into that energy. But that could be why, yeah, you are getting some male energy, because it is a very nurturing, seductive, magnetic energy that comes from that. Okay. So so with the 2 of Swords here, it's making a choice pretty much. So that means you have 2 things that you could be choosing from here. This could be something that could be connected to work, how you handle it, friendships, relationships. But it is showing that, maybe that you really didn't know which choice to make in the past, and you're trying to you're trying to finally go ahead and make that decision. So it's starting to release some of the stress and pressure that you're feeling when you're having these kind of moments of energy come in that you feel where it's very overwhelming, and it kind of like hits you really fast. So you do have where you're moving forward in that way. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here with the Pisces? It is Pisces. So why is the Hangman in reverse over here? And then why is... Yeah, so you're also closing this out. So even though you have the Queen of Pentacles here, are you interested in being in a relationship? Because I really don't see much of a relationship interest that I'm picking up. Okay. Yeah, because this shows that like you're moving on from something that was very heavy, very attached, very it needed like obviously an ending to it. So that would be you letting go of that past. So that could have been also too of you deciding whether or not to, when to make that decision and kind of move forward in your sobriety. So that could also be why, it brought you down to earth in that kind of earthly energy. So that's, again, could be why people are pulled to you, because you have that kind of light, but it's showing, that's not really the direction so much that you're going to go, as far as, it's not about like maybe making connections as far as a partner. It's more of like making connections as a soul tribe and a group, and to see how that brings you forward. Okay, and you crave men. Okay. Okay, so the best thing that you're also getting to here is that in the near future, you have a lot of ideas that you are kind of coming through, different ways to handle things. This could be ways for you to kind of maybe help others and reach out and maybe start something. It could be a program. It could be something online. It could be some kind of connection for you and any, other recovering addicts, and maybe things to help keep y'all somehow interested, in a sober environment on how to move forward through some of these feelings. I'm sure you're not the only one who is feeling that way at certain times, because usually when you leave one thing behind, you kind of put something in the place of it. And so if it's you more kind of craving men, it's showing you can get past that. Just kind of reach out to the people around you, because I think a lot more people are feeling that way than you realize. So that's a good thing to kind of maybe work towards. I feel like that's kind of be what you're being pushed more towards, is that nurturing, making a nurturing motherly like kind of connection to where you can kind of help other individuals out with the feelings they're having. Yeah. So let me see what the Heal Yourself Oracle, what's on the bottom. Yeah, so it's just showing, with the number 7. Again, you're building something brand new here. You are, in the sense of like you're putting more, you're putting time and effort into building this new lifestyle, making sure that you get the rewards and reap the benefits that you're searching for. So it is about introspection, kind of reflections and spiritual connection. So again, I just kind of feel like that's something that's more leaning that way. Yeah, so I feel like opening, like I said, it doesn't have to be a YouTube. I find YouTube is easier for me because I can get on it and I can talk and I can also have people, to chat back and forth with. But some people like to do it one on one. I said again, but there's tons of places to make groups. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook here, or even just in your own personal community. But I think you have a lot to offer people as an individual, just support, counselor, friend, any of those things. Yeah. Yeah, there's the nurturing, that's going on, that's needed again. And I feel like it's something that very much, is something that once you get into the swing of it, you can see how easily the words and things like that will start to flow. And it'll give you a lot of opportunities in the sense that, you can make this something big and, be able to help, thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. So, let me see if there's anything that you need from me. Yeah, so it just says, resist temptation, because obviously, that could even be speaking for, the feeling like you're connected to a guy, or feeling the need for making connection with the male, because here's the male here. It's kind of like that spirit. So it's like, it's always there in the back of the mind, but it's just showing temptation is what it sounds like. It's temptation. So you don't want to give into it, in the sense that you probably won't have, you're not going to get the results you're looking for. So it's just, again, kind of letting go of that past energy and using what you've learned to kind of push forward in the near future in whatever project it is that you're interested in. So let me see if I have one more nurturing card or one more healing card for you. Help from above. So yeah, help from above. I also feel like you're kind of, again, being guided this way with the energy, and that's why it's overwhelming to you. You're also kind of that energy that is being sent to also help. So not only are you getting help from above and will get the guidance you need from above, you will also be that kind of guiding light on the earth to help individuals. Yeah. And I think that that would be something that's great. There's not, like where I live, we don't have any centers for, recovery combined with spirituality. And it's really important, I think, sometimes. I mean, there might be more that I'm aware, but I mean, when I say spirituality, I'm kind of talking about in the sense of like different forms of it. Like, obviously you have your Catholic or your Christian or your Roman, or other, type of religions. But as far as like what I do, it would be nice to be able to kind of integrate, the meditation and the chakra healings and the Reiki healings and the readings and numerology, all those things into it to show you how the world connects and take pressure off of you, not only like physically, but mentally. And it just helps open up a lot of doors for you. Hey, Tara. That's okay. I kind of, I was going to start doing it every Wednesday. I didn't get to do it last Wednesday because my computer wasn't working. Yeah, and I think that would be fun. Again, something that is, it feels like a place you go to hang out and talk with your friends, and you can be open and free and not judged, and not, like even right now, I'm currently writing a book that I've started, and it's, I believe I believe the title was, I can't remember exactly because I haven't looked at the title in a while, but it's like, hi, my name is anxiety, something like that. So, places like that, I feel like you can go to and you can kind of share stories, and not only share stories, but like learn how other people coped with certain things, and maybe, taking something that helps you and something that helped them, adding it together, and then it might even benefit you even more, but you would have never known if you would have never met that person. So yeah, I think having a clinic and would be a great idea. And what are you up to today, Tara and Tammy? Was there any other questions that I didn't maybe hit on, Amanda, that you had out of the spread that I went ahead and laid out for you? I do have some chakra cards, so let me see if I can get any chakras for you too right now. Okay. So you have visualization. So yeah, you do have a lot of spiritual crown colors coming out, crown, third eyes. So it's visualization, imagination, focus, experience, manifestation. So use your experience to help focus and manifest this place that you dream of, that others dream of, but they just haven't had the resources or known how to go. You also have the number 4 with that. So it's creating stability, a home, somewhere where people feel like they can go and be accepted by the people around them and feel loved. So with that, it's saying have faith also with that. So you have hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. So again, you're getting a lot of spirituality, having hope, being that support, and then having the support you need in return. And it's saying family. So family was going to be for community, culture, tribes. So it's like kind of creating this family for not only, a family you need for not only yourself, but for others. So it's just kind of creating that soul family tribe with the number 2. So that's unity, connection, all of those things. So that's going to be, so your chakras to focus on again would be third eye, crown, and root right now. You even had solar plexus kind of peeking out. So you could even start with just all 7 chakras and realigning them all. And that'll also help you kind of figure out some stuff. Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And it was my pleasure to read for you. It was my pleasure to read for everyone so far. Do you have, I don't know if I asked if Tammy was able to, did you have any questions, Tammy or Tara or anyone else that y'all would like to ask? Chris, will you refill my water, please? Yeah. All right. I'm having a chest cold for forever. But again, I want to thank everyone for joining today so far. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all took time out of your day to join us in the chat. I hope that you're enjoying the chat so far. Again, this is just kind of more of a mini live for fun, so, or not a mini live, but a live membership reading. So they're mini readings for fun and just chatting. And we do have Harmony Montgomery's case tonight. So again, I do have another channel. And then again, that is going to be Purnima Dreams. I'm working on that right now. I've put up the first 9 videos so far, and I have 3 more to go. So we have the water signs, earth signs, fire signs, and next we have the air signs coming out. So I'm going to try to have that up today. If it's not up today, it would probably be up tomorrow. So, oh yeah. And then Tara and Tammy also have, we'll do y'all's questions soon too from Patreon, because it's time for your reading. So I know I do need to call y'all both and set up a date. I work Thursday night, but that's it until I think Monday or something like that. When are you going to get to 500 on your channel? So let's see if we can get any numbers for Tammy when she might reach 500 on her channel. The number 4 is coming out so far. 4 and 8. So I'm going to say 4 to 8 months. I think, and now it could be sooner, but But I'm going to say within that 4 to 8 months, I do kind of feel, I don't know why I held it upside down for you, but 4 to 8 is the number that we're getting. So I'm going to use the pendulum also for that. Okay, I'll do that. Blue-eyed female. So let me see. Okay, so before the next 8 months, I feel like you will have your 500. But again, we'll do some collabs. If y'all haven't checked out Tammy's channel, again, go if you want to go ahead and drop your link, Tammy. That way they can go ahead and check it out. She does daily, I believe daily uploads when she can, but she does sometimes lives, private readings, personal readings, crime readings. So again, it's the Looking Glass Tarot. So check it out whenever you get a chance. It's got a lot great content. Oh, you've never had a reading before? Okay. So let's see. And I just thought your questions are just typical love things. Like, will he ever open his eyes and heart? Okay. Blue-eyed female spirit has to come in. Archangels, ancestors, and source. So please give a better answer to blue-eyed female. You want to take some deep breaths, blue-eyed female, and kind of focus on your question as I'm shuffling. That'll kind of help also kind of open up the energy flow. I'm going to shuffle it one more time, and then we'll kind of get you some cards out. Hello, Crime Curious. So what does blue-eyed female need to know? Oh, don't be nervous. It'll be okay. Okay. So for the recent past, I feel like when you possibly first met this individual, so it's going to be King of Swords energy. So it's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius element, but he doesn't have to be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's just saying that this is kind of his personality trait for the most part when you first met him in the past. So I feel like he's a very logical person. He's he can be very stern. Very disciplined. He could be even like, if he's not a manager or a boss, he could be a CEO, or he could be someone that's very high up there. But usually they're very put together, very well spoken, very smart, all of those things, that you're kind of looking for. And they are usually family men. But in the present energy, I feel like something has kind of shifted. Maybe his actions aren't adding up with the communication anymore. The reason I say that is because you have the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor in reverse, again, which is kind of like this King of Swords in reverse, they can both be very harsh, critical, not only with their words, sometimes even like, and when I say physical, I don't mean so much like physical. I mean like when they're upset, you can almost feel it coming off of them. So I feel like sometimes it happens, and sometimes rather when they're upset, they'll rather overly kind of be aggressive towards you verbally, or they won't say anything at all. So it's kind of like whether they won't stop talking about why they're upset, or they shut down altogether and you can't get anything out of them at all. So with this person, yeah, so this is going to be fire energy. So this is representative Aries, but fire energy is Leo's, Aries, Sagittarius. So, and then also in the near future, you do have the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is here. Now it's going to be in reverse. So I feel like, in the near future, I feel like as far as any emotional, fulfillment that you're going to want or need, I feel like there's a bit of a lack of that at certain times, and it makes it hard to become a full functioning unit long term for that. So it can cause a lot of domestic disputes, or just feeling as if maybe one feels emotionally like neglected. So let me just get a few more cards to kind of like clarify that. But do you feel that kind of, okay, I was gonna say, do you feel that, okay. So with the King of Swords here, why is he, okay, What sign you say you were? You're an Aquarius. Okay. So with the King of Swords here, I kind of feel like, has he ever kind of told you he feels like maybe that like you act one way sometimes and you act totally different another? Like in the sense of like how I said here, he can be very cold and callous, or he could like very cold in the sense he won't speak to you at all, or when he's or he won't stop talking about why he thinks you're wrong. So does he feel like that maybe like you're not always honest, or maybe you sneak or like sneak around? Has he ever expressed that to you? Okay. So that has a lot to do with why he acts the way he does. I don't really feel that you do that. I don't feel like there's that other kind of energy. Um, but I feel like there's a lot of things, like a lot of social pressure for him. Maybe like what things look like to the outside world. He wants to like make everything look picture perfect and present it that way to everybody around him, but life just isn't that way. So not that's a lot of what gets him upset and a lot of what gets him going. But I do again feel like also in the recent past, maybe going into the present, he feels like maybe, you're not always possibly truthful or honest about certain things. But again, I feel like that's more in his head than what it is. Like there's nothing that's really happened, I feel, to make him feel that way. Okay. So within the last ending card, I would have to say, for this particular relationship, I do feel it will end in disappointment. You'll be a little bit disheartened by it, and it won't be completely fulfilling emotionally because it's just not, like you said, there is that long distance, but there is that energy of it's always going to be that way with him. It's not going to switch. So I don't know if you feel like maybe he could have possibly sometime been talking to somebody else. I don't know how long y'all have been talking. Um, but I get a slight energy of another female energy that kind of comes in and out. I don't feel like it's super serious, but I feel like it has before. Okay. So just so you know that with that card coming out, there is a little bit of that kind of extra energy. His ex. Okay. So yeah. So that energy, I don't know if he still communicates with her, but it's still in the recent past. So recent past for me is going to be within the last 6 weeks to 3 months. So basically, so just so you know, and then let me get a chakra card for you so that you kind of know any chakras you need to work on. So self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment goes with responsibility. So I feel like you have all these seeds that you're planting and you're growing this great life, for yourself where you are, and that you have a lot of things that are coming for you soon. You've put the time, you've put the effort, and you're being very responsible about it. So you have the number 2. So that's also meeting something new and a lot of times someone new. So it's being able to share that is your solar plexus area. So meditation for solar plexus will help kind of bring some of that in, and it'll also help kind of give you clarity. So let's get 2 more chakra cards for you. You do have the heart chakra coming out also, so it is saying that's something else to work on. So you have the heart chakra and the current coming out. So it's just saying, even though it's upright, it's just saying go ahead and I always recommend all 7 chakra meditations, but if you have a certain one that pops out more that I feel needs like specifically just that one, but I would do just the regrounding and kind of cleansing of all 7 chakras, starting from the root to the crown. So you do have the heart chakra and the current, and then you have honesty, truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. So I feel like this is something that is saying you kind of like me. If you haven't spoke up yet with him, go ahead and speak up, and you'll kind of get those answers and honesty you've been looking for, because communication needs to be said, because it was like this. So he's not being completely honest with the way he communicates, or he makes it difficult to communicate. So self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. So that is going to be those. So that's going to be your throat chakra, your heart chakra, and your solar is going to be some ones that, that you can focus on, and that'll help kind of improve the situation. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I want to try to give you the most, and even if it's like a reading for me, like most readings are kind of blueprints. So like if a reading comes out in a way that say like I'm not really interested in that outcome, that's not what I'm looking for, then just tell me that. Say, that's not really what I'm looking for, in the sense of I would like this relationship to work. What can you tell me about that? I can always look into that for you and see like what elements are missing and what you might need to add to help improve that relationship. Now, don't get me wrong, some relationships just are not meant to be. And, the best thing to do is to walk away when you can, not waste your time, their time, because we're here. We're not here for a long time. So we don't want to waste it on people that, we're going to be like, damn, I wasted 10 years with that person. It sucks when that happens. Okay, good. And then again, always, I do have my email and stuff in my about section. So there's always a bunch of ways to connect with me there. If there's any questions you have, that you would like to do off of like the main lives. So again, though, I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm enjoying kind of reading with everybody. It's been quite a while. So the only updates I have is, so again, I kind of mentioned it again. I'm just going to do it as we go in between readings. So we do have the channel now up for Purnima Dreams. So that has already uploaded the elements for Earth, Earth, Fire, and Water. Air is going to be coming up next by tomorrow. And then at the end of the week, by the end of next Friday, whichever sign has the most views on their video, they get a bonus video every month. So that's going to be how that works. So if you're interested in just getting, checking out your general collective reading for the month, I'll try to get 2 up a month if I can for each sign. But at this point, I'm just doing 1 a month at this point, and then we'll do lives and stuff in between on there too. So that's going to be the next live. So if you want to be included in the live for Purnima Dream, make sure you hop over to Purnima Dreams and go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because that way it'll let you know when I upload a link to have a live as well. Are you enjoying the collective? I hope so. I try to make it as detailed as I can, in the sense of, when it comes out, like letting you know every element that's connected to that card and every single outcome that could be with that card. So, and again, also, if there's ever a video that I put up and maybe something wasn't answered, or you feel like maybe it could be something else, you are always free to write in the comment section your question, and I will answer you individually for, from your own guide's, perspective and what you need to know. And then also on Patreon. So we have Tara and Tammy as a part of Patreon still. So they get monthly readings. There's different tiers on there. So really, I believe the tier they're on, they can ask for readings whenever they like through the month. But the main tier that starts out is 1 monthly reading. And as the tiers go up, it changes a bit. But we will also be doing a 20-week course in Patreon. So I don't know if anyone has the Patreon link. If they don't, then I will add it at the end of the video. And that one is going to be 20 weeks. So there's going to be a few. Let me just grab the paper really quick that has everything on it. All right. So for Patreon, we are going to be starting a 20-week course. I will kind of update it in the community tab when it's like ready if people want to sign up. But what we're going to be kind of learning is going to be meditation, lucid dreaming, astral travel, auras, the connections to the auras, chakras, glands, and organs, and how you can use those. We're going to do Tarot 101 again, because everybody kind of likes to do the Tarot 101, and then kind of learning the basic elements and suits. And then if you want to go further than that, you can message me privately, and we can always talk about going beyond that. But we will also do candle magic, numerology, dream analysis, pendulums. We might do runes. I'm going to ask Chief about it because that's more his specialty. But we're also going to do protection spells and cleansing, crystals, oils, how to make your own oils and herbs for your own. Because I feel like it's better to make your own sometimes, or have someone that you know super well make them for you. But we also are going to talk about soul contracts, how we get here, why we're here, who we plan it with, and when we plan to go, how many exit points there are. Talking about manifestation so that we can get the things that we want, the things that we need. We're going to talk about altar/vision boards because they're kind of the same thing. And then we're going to talk about awakening finally at the end, the third eye. So, because that's something you want to do last. So you want to make sure you have like all your protections and things in order before you kind of activate the third eye completely, because you don't want to be completely overwhelmed. So, and that's going to be starting around April 2024. So I know it's a few months out, but if it starts sooner, again, I'll let y'all know, but that is going to be the 20-week course on the Patreon site. So Chief went ahead and put up that Patreon site. And then again, Tammy and Tara, if there's anything that y'all want to add to that before April, let me know. And I'll add that to the list, being that y'all are obviously in there. So whatever y'all are interested in, we will make it work. And then as far as adding it into the course. So we're going to do 3 days a week for 1 hour for 20 weeks. So if y'all are ready to learn, come join me. Need to relearn everything. Yeah. Well, there's some new stuff that I found that I thought would be interesting, especially, we never really got into soul contracts too much other than some of the little videos I made, and then manifestation's really big. Even like flame reading, like that's good. Some people get a lot of energy from just, like staring at a flame and kind of learning how to get the energy from a flame, how to extract the energy, the information, things that you need to know. Yeah, and soul contracts. I love soul contracts. I love talking about that. I like talking about, how we've lived lives, past lives. So that's something I actually need to add on there. I love past life stuff. Talking about, people who like when you meet someone, you're like, oh, I just knew that I knew them, this wasn't the first time I met them. So that, I want to get into that kind of stuff. It's interesting to me. So oh, good. I'm glad. Are you in Texas right now, Tara? Or did you leave? One second. I'll be right back. Huh?
I'm looking for the step stool.
For what?
The step stool.
Oh, it's right here. Oh, did you do it to make videos? Okay. So let's see if there's anything else. I wrote this down when I was at work. So I was thinking about Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Patreon. Now, given I do work 12-hour shifts somewhere else, so if I have to work one of those days, I'll let y'all know through Patreon. And then we'll just reschedule that shift. But at this point, it'll be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 1 hour each one of those days. And then, of course, we're still going to do the members only reads and donation reads on Wednesdays on here. If it doesn't work out on the Wednesday, we're going to move it to Sunday. Is Gus going to Wisconsin too, or just you? I have a really cool gift. Oh, I have y'all's Christmas gifts I need to drop off. Oh, this is like the worst lighting in here. I'm so sorry, y'all. And then we have, and at 5 tonight, we do have the Harmony Montgomery reading. So I know Tammy or Tara, do y'all have any questions about the Harmony Montgomery stuff? Or anyone else at all here? I'm kind of just going down the timeline. Sorry. I'm just kind of going down the timeline right now of the Harmony Montgomery thing. But I just kind of wanted to share some of the information I got when I did channel her. So we'll probably do like a mini read for her this evening. I have it set for 5, but I might move it up depending on, when the kids get home, things like that. Yes, we do need to schedule our collab. And I know we were supposed to do it right before Christmas or right around Christmas, so it got messed up. So I do apologize for that. But we'll definitely schedule it soon. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna ask you if there was a Saturday that y'all were free before y'all leave. We'll come up. And that way I don't schedule to I think I only have one Saturday this month that I work. Yeah, I agree, Tammy. And so I was talking a lot about like the bridges and stuff of what I was seeing in the bridge type of thing that when she was showing me the water and where the car crossed at, what it looked like. So she's kind of giving me more of like it's like a city line from the from a bridge. So but it's nighttime, so whenever this happened it was still dark outside. So she's showing me that. She also shows me some things with her, like there's like pink beads, there's glasses, and it's like the pink beads, it's almost like the play beads. It's not like Mardi Gras beads, they're like pink kind of. I don't know if it's off a purse or if it was like a necklace that you get out of like the little shoe sets, like how you can get like a headband and some like slip-on little jelly shoes and like a pink little beaded necklace with like a purse or something. It's like those kinds of beads. So is like what kind of pink clear plastic? Like the beads are clear plastic. Because the beads I stick are solid plastic. Now the glasses are see-through. They almost look like they would be pink, but they could be white or like frosty colored. I'm not really too sure, but they're broken. I feel like even one of the arms off the glasses might be missing, or it's like kind of about to fall off. Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of hard to get into the case in the sense that it was a very spread out timeline, Tara. But the reason I kind of got into it was because someone had asked me to kind of look into it, and then when I looked into it, it was kind of like I couldn't really figure out like why it took so long to charge him. I guess they just wanted to make sure they had all the evidence. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that every time I tried to tap into her, all I would see is like the city line from a bridge. And I could see the lights that line the bridge that I'm on. But I mean, that's it. It doesn't show me much anything before or after that, other than just like maybe like a dirt area and then some of that being messed with. So I know she was moved a lot. They can't find her body. I think her body's in the water. And the problem is, from what I saw, like it's supposed to be a really long bridge. Like, because I asked if someone knows if they had dragged it to see if her body was in there, but they said they didn't think that they had. And then when I looked at the distance across the bridge, like it was quite a bit of distance. So I don't know, even if you were to drag it, even if you would find her, because a lot of times in those canals you have like little tiny sharks and things like that. So, but I also don't feel like I was thrown in there completely whole either yet. I know that doesn't sound, I just feel like I'm in pieces. I don't know any other way to put it. I'm in pieces. And I think what bothered her the most is like I can't believe he threw me in the water at night. Like like I think that I don't know if she was scared of water or just scared because like I mean I know some people are scared of water in general, or some people are just like, for me, like I don't mind water, like the pools, I don't like the ocean because of like the animals and stuff in it. So like, I feel like I think that she is very shocked that he dropped her in the water. Like of everything that he did, like that I think is what sticks with her the most and bothers her the most, that he threw her in the canal at night. That bothers her the most. Yeah, and then you're my dad on top of it. Not only you're my dad, but you did all that other stuff and then you left me in the cold water at night, like that kind of thing. So it's kind of like that energy of that feeling, just kind of shocked that like I can't believe you left me. Like that's what like where you left me of all places and things. Well, yeah, and then he said too, like they said that he had admitted that he reached around the seat and like punched her a bunch of times in the face really hard because she had like an accident, like a potty accident or something like that. I don't know, like right before it happened. And I'm guessing that's what he's saying killed her, is the punches. I don't know. Dude, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he killed someone before her, to be honest. I don't know if they've ever wondered about that or had a case, but I feel like that's like a cold-blooded killer, like cold-blooded. Like, I mean, I've done a lot of, but it was just like this poor girl meant nothing to him, like at all. And the mother wanted her. So it's like all you had to do was give her back to them. I never will understand like the Gabriel and Gannon and all that stuff like that. Why didn't you just give the kid back to the mother? Like why? Or the father or whoever is the good parent that actually wants them and you don't want nothing to do with it. Like ego, like money, both. But yeah, I don't get that shit. Like, I'd rather have this happen and end up in jail for life than just give the kid back to the mom and take a strike to my pride or my ego. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Like, but I mean, I guess, it's not a normal thought process. So why would anybody get it? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, even like the curious. Because I know Tammy watches, and I don't know if you saw it too, Tara. What's going on with the isn't it like a Dylan or something with the Idaho 4 where now they're saying like her, like one of the, I don't know, they're talking about one of the roommates though and saying like stuff is shady now, but I haven't kept up with it, so I don't know what they're talking about. But I don't know if they're starting to like say that one of the roommates that survived did know something, or they think that the boyfriend came back, the one that was the I think it was Kaylee was trying to call Jack or whatever. So I don't know, because I remember saying in the beginning I felt like there was something off with one of the roommates and possibly the boyfriend that she called over and over. But now I'm starting to hear something. But every video or link you look up, it's kind of like it's not very clear. So yeah, that's true, Tammy. It's still freaking ridiculous though. Yeah, I'll be right back. But yeah, I was curious if y'all knew what was going on with the Idaho 4 and why they're bringing up his roommate. Excuse me. Sorry, I just bring it closer. Pushed it back to do the readings. Let's see. Yeah, I did too. I thought it was weird, Tammy, and I did say that I felt like one of the roommates, one to at least two people, kind of knew that were in the house when this happened. But but what I was wondering is, did you see what they were saying like recently about the roommate? Like the video I was trying to like get like some clarity on. It was like 4 or 5 days ago. Dylan seeing and hearing things, but not calling the police, and then calling her friends to come. But hours after that was always strange. So is that the only thing they're still talking about, Tara? Is that it's strange, or did something else come up that they know of, or they're just talking about it being strange still? Because I think it's strange. Who calls their friends? Like, I mean, everybody's like, oh, well, you don't know what you would do until you're in that situation. But I think I would have enough sense to call the cops and not wait especially if like you're hearing people like, I mean, there was like blood leaking out of the walls onto the ground outside the house. So it's not like this was some quiet little like killed a bunch of people, and it was very like brutal and yeah, I saw something recent and it was saying something about again, it could just be gossip channels, but I thought it said something. I didn't know if they were saying something changed in the realm of Dylan or if they were just still talking about it being sketchy or not. Well, I think it's odd she saw him, still didn't call, then waited a while and called some other people. Oh, yeah, the only other thing I can think of that would make you behave that way is drugs. Trying to get rid of whatever drugs were in the house because you're worried. Because usually like, kids think about stupid shit, right? Like that's the last thing they're probably gonna be worried about. But they could. I feel like a bit of like I need to like kind of clean up certain areas, like because that shouldn't be here, or we can get in trouble, or the school's gonna find out. But oh well, yeah, the defense is gonna make up shit. I mean, prosecution makes up shit. Well, they'll make it up, but they like, depends on what it is. I mean, it's their theory. Well, I would think if I saw someone walking around in a mask, I wouldn't just assume it was my friend. If you would think people would have been screaming if she saw him, and I'm pretty sure she saw commotion. So, yeah, I think that I would have went and looked and checked in on everybody as it is, being that I just saw someone with a face mask on. But to my knowledge, she didn't do that. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it could have just been like you know how things are, Tara, especially on YouTube. Sometimes they just revisit it and then it kind of blows up again, the same topic. So it could just be the same topic from the past, like you said, of Dylan, people just saying, why didn't she say anything? Um, but again, never know. I don't know if it's dad's husband. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to look into it a little bit more. I said I just saw where they were talking about that Dylan again. And so I didn't know if something changed with Dylan. So let's see. And I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was probably drugs or something that kept her from calling. And I don't know if it's because she was on drugs or there was drugs there or it was just the whole thing in general. But that's the only thing I can think of. You know, yeah, being on drugs, thinking you're tripping, or just scared to call him because you're still. Maybe she waited till she came down some to call. I don't know. Trying to see if there's anything else that we have on here because we're doing again a live in a little bit for Harmony Montgomery, so that'll be at 5 p.m. If I find any other cases I can add on to the one for later with Harmony, I will. But I'm more going to basically go through a timeline and just the kind of basic reading in general that I was getting. And of course, if people have any questions or they want to do readings and stuff, we'll do that too. No, I'm not so much saying you would think they're slaughtered, but I don't know. Again, I write it off more to like being too drunk or too high to process the situation. Or both, like being too on everything. I have no clue. But I guess if no one has any other questions, I know Tammy's writing about what the dad said, so we'll see about that. Like I said, I've been looking to see if there's any other cases that have come out lately. I really haven't seen any. Nothing that hasn't already kind of been out for a bit. So, have a new cloth. I don't know if I ever showed it to y'all. Do you like it? It matches the Marigold deck. I mean, it's not really new. I've had it for like 2 years. I just found it though. It wasn't that expensive either. Sorry, we're all hacking up from allergies over here. It really wasn't that expensive for the deck or for the cloth, and it was from like a year or two ago, I think. So it was on Etsy. So it's just the Marigold Tarot. Oh, so it's just repeating it. Yeah, I wanted to use it, but I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if it's like too like gloomy. I have no clue. I'll have to look up that one. Does I haven't seen that yet. So let me see. 3 Kansas friends. So they all died at somebody's house. That's weird. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I was gonna say, where they say they died from? How many people were even there? Like, was the owner one of the ones who died?
I'll be back.
Where you going? Okay. So the owner died? Okay. Yeah, so obviously the owner did it, especially if he's a scientist. But why would you do that? Do you know how many people were there total, D? Like, was it just the 3 friends and him, or were there more people? Yeah, I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. You don't know they're in your backyard. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I'll have to look that up because that is confusing. It's a lot of stuff going on in one house. No, it doesn't make sense. And why would they just be hanging out in his yard? And he didn't know about that either. That's even weirder. Like, I don't usually just go hang out in my friends' backyards. I mean, maybe Tara's, but I'm just kidding. That's the point, Tara. You can't see me hiding. I'll go into the tiny house. Oh, I thought you meant like Fame. I was like, what? They were watching Fame. Yeah. So, like, they were watching the game. They supposedly left, and all of a sudden, he just found him dead in the yard. Is that? I'm still gonna look it up, but it's still weird. Oh, what a confusing mess. Yeah, that's a whole lot of confusion there. Well, we'll look into that for our next Wednesdays, or if anything comes out sooner, we'll look into that. But yeah, that is nuts. But I have that one written down. So 3 Kansas City friends found dead in the back, well, 2 in the backyard, 1 on the porch. And the homeowner's a scientist. So we look into that. Then we're doing Harmony Montgomery's reading at 5. And I think that's it. So this was a wonderful little chat, everybody. Again, we will start trying to have them Wednesdays. If I don't have them Wednesdays for the memberships, it'll be Sundays, but I will always try to upload and let y'all know that week of for sure. But for right now, we're going to be doing readings like this every Wednesday for memberships and donations. And then in the evening, we'll be doing the same thing, but we'll probably usually add a case to it. So again, if y'all have any cases too y'all want to look at, feel free to drop that in the comment also once the video is uploaded. And then don't forget to check out Through the Looking Glass Tarot. That is Tammy's channel. And then also, if you are looking for metaphysical supplies, don't forget to look on Etsy at the Metaphysical Gypsy store, which is Tara's. And there's tons of beautiful jewelry and items in there at great prices. So you also have Crime Curious's page, and she's doing some stuff on the Montgomery case as well as Gannon still, if y'all are interested in looking at that. So you're welcome. And then Daring D is just so cool. So if you want to give her a bunch of hearts and cool 100% celebration thumbs up, let's give her some. And that's for all the mods. Thank you everyone for helping. I greatly appreciate it. It was fun talking with you all. And then I will see you all again about 5 o'clock. So that link is set up already. It is in the community tab area. So if there's anybody that that is interested in the Harmony Montgomery case and might want to join us later for it, just go ahead. You can go ahead and share it from the community tab area, the link. So I will talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. Love you bunches and see you later. Bye.